Okay, then here we go. Stage 5, Zwift Unlocked, Cat D. It's the 10 minutes past 6 p.m. race, UK time, 4th of November. 180 riders in the lobby at this point. I think it's 186 when we get going. I got in there nice and early just to get a position at the front. And there's my little message on the side there just to say I'm recording, and you can find it at ZWIFT on YouTube. This is a really good race. I have loved this race, probably my favourite race so far, and I've had a few really enjoyable ones up to this point. Super competitive. I think my racing score is not that great for the field, but I think my Zwift power figures probably put me somewhere in the top 25%. So really in this race, I should be looking for top 40 out of the 186, maybe even top 30 would be a good result, or where I should be. I've had a few days off the bike, so I'm feeling pretty good, carbed up, hydrated, caffeinated, and off we go. There is me at the front. Doesn't last very long, but there it is. And as always, don't get dropped. Stay with this front group as long as you can. And if you can just push and push and push and stay with the front group, inevitably it's going to break people behind you as well. They're going to be suffering to stay with you. So automatically, if you're at the front, you're putting pressure on people behind you to keep up. And that's the name of the game, really. Got myself a little draft bonus there, which I don't use for a while. But I'm going to stay in this front group for a while. I'm going to fast forward as ahead a little bit just so we can catch up with the action in a few kilometres. Okay, a few more kilometres down the road, 4 minutes in now, and this is the first little tiny kicker up a sort of an escalator thing, but you can see it's a real tight bunch at the front. I'm currently in the middle of it, exactly where I want to be, drafting, not putting too much effort in. My heart rate's below 160, and things are okay at this point. I'm feeling pretty good. Legs feel a little bit heavier. I don't think I warmed up well enough, really. I could have maybe done with another extra 5 minutes just to get the blood flowing. So it's only really at this point I felt like I'd woken up. But I'm in the front group. I'm where I need to be. It was an awesome race. Really good effort from everyone. I absolutely loved this. And if you're watching this and you can see your name, awesome, well done. Like, this is the place to be, at the front, but not right at the front, not at the spearhead, just tucked in behind, just trying to take a little bit of rest. And as a heavier rider, this is where I'm in danger of getting dropped if I don't stick the effort in. So that's me just having a look behind just to see what's behind, and actually there's a bit of a gap formed between us, this front group, and wherever the second group are. I can't see, but I'm now thinking, right, there's that little tiny incline. Get to the front a little bit, because inevitably I think I'm 82 kilos or 81 kilos at the moment. So I am in danger of getting dropped by people that are in the 70s. And so I'm to the front a little bit. And then if you look at my watts, I'm just cranking it up to sort of close to 400 just to stay. I mean, I'm in fifth. What on earth am I doing there? Just to stay at the front. And even like over the top, I find that riders go past me like they are now, just the slightly lighter ones. Are just able to, but I've done enough at that climb just to stay at the front, and that's exactly where I want to be. And I'm going to take us to the next kicker now. Okay, another 3 or so kilometres down the road, still in the front. Like, it's easy enough on the flat. I can stay with people. I can stay with the front group on the flat. I've just fast forwarded us to this little kicker that's coming up, because inevitably, again, this is somewhere I can get dropped. It's somewhere I can actually drop people as well. I'm still feeling pretty good. I have no desire to lead this off the front in any way. I'm happy just to stay here. I don't have the legs or the power to do anything like that. So I'm very much I need to be in the pack kind of guy. But this is another little kicker here. Let's have a look. I can't really remember what happens here, but it's all about kind of being at the front for me. So I'm starting to move up, as you can see. There it is on the top map there, flashing. Dreadful. So I'm right at the front here. There it is. My watts 250-ish, just under 2 to 3 watts per kilo, something like that. And as you see, I try and get just before it a little bit of momentum going up to 360 watts, close up to 400. Just to stay in the front and not get dropped. People pop in their power-ups there. I've still got mine. I can't remember when I use it. I just didn't feel the need to use it. If you feel okay, I hang on to the power-ups for as long as I can. I think I maybe use it leading up to this next climb, which I'm going to fast forward to now. Right, I've sped the action up a little bit as well. So this is the first kind of longish climb. It's not nothing too severe, but it's long enough and steep enough for me to get dropped. So it gets a little bit scattered here. As you can see, the group's not as cohesive as it was before. And the lighter riders are going to be at the front now. And for me, it's just a case of hanging on. You can see it's not particularly steep, but it's enough that you can see those first 10 riders really getting away now, which is a shame. For me, it's about sticking with this group of 10 or so riders in front. Don't lose them. If I lose them, then all of a sudden the top 20 is not looking likely. I'm hanging on to 19th at the moment. But I know if I can get over the brow of this climb, as a heavier rider, honestly, like getting to the front is not that hard. You don't have to push that many watts, and all of a sudden I'll be at the front again. And I know that. So it's just and the lighter riders know that as well. It's just a case of staying with this lot. And if I can do that, it's not that far, another few hundred meters and we'll be at the top. It's not even particularly steep, but it's enough. If only I was 10 kilos lighter, I would be at the front of this race now, because my power is good enough. But my body weight is not there. And I'll be honest with you, I wish I could tell you it was all leg muscle and glutes. It's not, absolutely not. So for me, I'm just hanging on here. Heart rate a bit high now, getting into the mid 170s, but I know it's going to come down. So if I just work hard here, and I haven't lost them, which is great. So I'm still in this now, and this is giving me confidence now, because there's another climb like this shortly, and I feel good now. And actually, I think I actually get to the front now, because gravity is now taking over, and as one of the heavier riders, there's a couple of riders off the front maybe now, but I can't worry about them because I can't get to them. But as a heavier rider now, this is where I'm not probably working as hard as some of this group, and I'm right in the thick of it again. So this is awesome. You know, this is exactly where I want to be. We're over halfway in this race now, and what am I doing? I'm at the front of this sort of group. There's a few riders off the front, the strongest of the field, and I'm going to fast forward us to the next climb. Okay, I'm still in this kind of front group. There's a few off the front, but I'm doing okay here. And this is the next sort of climb. It's actually not quite as steep as the first one, but again, it's steep enough for a heavier rider to lose ground potentially. So I'm trying to push 3.5 watts per kilo. I'm just going to try and stay with it. And as long as you're in it, you could win it. And at the moment, I'm feeling confident of top 20, which is awesome. You know, top 40 would be good. Top 30 would be great. If I could do top 20, I would be absolutely delighted in a field this big. And it's testament to getting to the front, staying to the front, and just being a bit stubborn and knowing that actually if I put in the effort to stay with the front group as long as possible, it's going to pay dividends. Even though you may not win and you might gas yourself out, you're still going to place really well, rather than... I feel like the races that I compete in, they're not really much more than 20 kilometers. So there's not an awful lot of time to come back. If you're in something that's 60, 50 kilometers plus, there's time to come back. Whereas on these short, quicker races, if you let the front pack go and you think I'm saving myself for later, there is no later, unfortunately. And look, that's the front of the race right there. I'm still here. And actually now we're at the top of this hill. I'm moving to the front again because I've got that extra weight. And I'm using my draft boost because I'm thinking now I could save it, but this is probably the time. Position yourself well. It's more or less a running downhill to the end now. And if I can position myself now, I'm looking at top 10 potentially, which would be amazing for me. I haven't placed really well in a race for ages. So all of a sudden now, there's a big old group of us here. You know, there's a big group of us here. So top 10 would be epic for me. Top 20 is looking like a real possibility. We've reeled these two front riders in. They did well. They did really well, but we got them because we are just a bigger group. So I'm going to fast forward us to the last kilometre or so, and we'll just see how this plays out. A last 1.6 kilometres, last mile. I've slowed the action down. As you can see, top 20 is a real possibility now. Lots of riders in the mix, but I know they're hurting because I am as well a little bit now, but I've still got something left in the tank for sure. I've done enough drafting and taken very little responsibility in this race. So I'm feeling okay. Heart rate's below 170. I can go all the way up to 190 pretty much. And I don't know. It's a good. I'm in a good place. This is exactly where you want to be. You know, you've done 17 kilometers of racing now. This is where you want to be. And even if you're gassed out, do you know what? You're better off being gassed out here in 15th than you are being fresh in 30th or 40th place, because there's no point in being 30th or 40th. You need to be like, there's 3 or 4 riders off the front, I think. Can we catch them? Answer, yes, we can. Absolutely, we can. So last kilometre now. And I'm thinking nobody's really making a move, and I don't know what to do. I'm feeling pretty gassed. I'm at 175 beats per minute at the moment. I've got a drafting power up, and this is the last little escalator kicker. 3 riders off the front. I can't remember when I pop my drafting boost. Let's have a look. I just get up this. This is steep, 19%. I'm just doing 400 watts, and I'm struggling now. My legs are feeling awful, 180 beats a minute. Just trying to stay. The group's starting to become strung out, but I think, do I pop the drafting boost? I should do it now. You've only got 600 meters left. There you go. So now I'm drafting a little bit after a lot of people, which is fine. And then all of a sudden I'm dropping 270 watts, which is not loads, but I'm thinking I've got another 30 seconds of racing. I can see the front here. Just need to move through these guys. I'm drafting off them. I've got my drafting boost. Okay, I'm in the top 20. It's happening. I could get top 10. I could even go for the win at this point. I'm a little bit far back, or am I? There's only 200 meters left, and I think you've got to go for it. Do what you can. 187 beats a minute. That's the front of the race right there. The finish line is 100 meters away. Could I get top 5? Potentially I could. I'm really trying here, and that's 8th. That's 8th, and that's my best effort ever out of 186 people. 3 watts per kilo. I've only ever managed 2.9 before, so I've got to admit I'm pretty pleased with myself. G. Erler, congratulations to you. You were well ahead of everyone. Shout out to you. But I'm pleased. I'm a level 20 rider now, so put some respect on my name. And 193 beats a minute. Whew, I emptied the tank, that's for sure. I was in pieces at the end. I loved it. So shout out to everyone. Well done. That was an awesome race. Like, I'm chuffed with my own performance. But you've got to be in it to win it. And so I'm pleased that I hung on, and there was a bit of hanging on, and there was a bit of good racing from me, making sure I was at the front for climbs, etc., and just grafting. And I loved that. That was awesome. I think I got a little bump in my FTP as well. So you know what, it's a good race for me. I'm really pleased. I'm going to look at Zwift Power at some point and just see where I place overall in the standings. But I loved that. And thank you so much, everyone in the race. Well done. There you go. There's a little bump. 238. That's good. I'm good. You know, that's really good for me. Well done. Hopefully see you on the next one. All the best. Bye-bye.